Yeah.
G'day folks, this is the Coffee Bush Kid in Central Vic. Today we are going back out to, I don't know what you'd call it. I think it might have been a pub site. I know there's an old Chinese residence around there. There's been heaps of diggings and so forth. Haven't been out here for ages. Vague recollections that there were dwelling sites up on these hills. We look down on the ground there, we can see there that there's lots of old black beer bottles and all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna wander around through here. I reckon I can remember the way to get there. I think actually from memory too, there's chimney sites all up in through there as well. Big area of working. Anyway, hopefully the wind isn't too bad for us. But yeah, come along with me. We'll go and we'll see what we can find. This particular site, Peter Uar and I have detected in the past. There's a lot of tin there. But I reckon me and the Manticore and my mate, we'll get in amongst it all. I'm not going to say we're going to pull out heaps, but by geez, we should find something there. If all else fails, we'll widen the search and might go over to the Chinese house where I found coins and so forth there. But anyway, we will get going. Oh look, more black glass for the lookings at. Woohoo! Actually, I think there's another site just off to the side too. Anyway, enough of this. We will go out. We'll see what we can get. The wind has sprung up a little bit, but before we start swinging, all this area, we've got stone wall foundation here. We've got fruit trees, and that to me almost looks like a pear. And just for verification, there we go, there's our pear. Looks like it's suffering badly from pear slug, which it is. There's the bloody pear slug there. Anyway, oh, more pears too. Geez, they look good ones. Anyway, so we've got a pear tree. We've got, oh, this looks like another variety of pear as well. I did just see one. Oh, I did see one. Looked like a bird bosch anyway. We got all this. We got more foundations over here. Is a cellar, or the remains thereof. Grass isn't bad. I know there's a lot of rubbish in the ground. So yeah, you know, another building site here. There's stone walls, celery bit. So anyway, we got a nice lot to play with over the back. It's Chinese stuff. Over that way is the gully where all the workings were. There's a track along there. I have found I think I got a shilling and a sixpence there once upon a time. Another big old fruit tree. Gotta love the old fruit trees. Anyway, we'll stop the yabber. We'll get going. We'll see what we can find here. Well, I've had a couple of false starts already, but I don't mind the look of this one. Right by that stone, we've got to investigate that. So, let's, hopefully the wind won't get too bad for us. Try and keep my back to it. I think we've shifted it. So anyway, let's go in for a look. Nice juicy token. Always, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if it was that. Let's find out. Yeah, there we are. You can see it. A bit hard to do one-handed. It looks like a buckle, doesn't it? And what's more, it actually looks like a little buckle. There we go. It does have one of these rolly edges on it, which makes me think it's not that old, but it does look old in design. So it's a nice piece of brass or bronze. Let's say a copper alloy, just to cover all bases. So yeah, that's not a bad first little find. And it's something Pete and I have missed in the past, so that bodes well. Anyway, we'll keep going, see what else we can find. There's where I dug the buckle. And now, look at this one. It's just in there. We're going to have to dig that too. Little birds right beside us in the pear tree, it's all nice. And we are, like there's this bloody chimney wall foundation-y thing I was telling you about. Alright. Those 70 numbers, are they going to be a silver? You'd always be hoping, wouldn't you? Too big for a button. Though we probably should find one today. Don't mind that. Okay. Oh, hang on. Ha! Look at that. Another little buckle. Realistically, those are two really good finds, good targets. They were there that we've missed in the past, and I'm just going over areas that we should have gone over. So the Manticore and the mate do love that 2D screen. I've said before, with this, I am really looking in the ground, like we can see what's there, see what's in amongst it all. So that is good. And we'll keep going. Well, I haven't gone very far. This was sitting on the surface, so I gave a signal, I looked down. So it's a piece of a door handle, but it's a piece of a door handle that had a ceramic handle, knobby thing on it. So it's a pretty cool little find there. But another thing that we've got though is down by this rock, we've got this signal. That one. It's just there. So we need to find out what that was. That is, we can actually do that with the stealth spade. Dig in from back here. Get a bit of depth on it. Not a ground moving there. Alright. Now we'll see where we're at. I'd say it was in there. Yep, beautiful. It is. Pinpoint of time. Obviously on it. What have we got? Even the birds excited. Shush pinpointer. Oh, there we go. I said we'd at least have to find one, wouldn't we? That's a big 4-holer. Where are we? I don't believe there's anything written on that. Just a big fly one, probably. Anyway, we've got our button. We can breathe a sigh of relief. You know who you're watching. There it is. Oh, geez, that bird's loud, isn't it? Anyway, button for the pouch. Let's keep going. And Dawn, if you're watching, and Gary will be too, no doubt. There we go. There's our ring thing. Oh, look, I can see a mate. How about that? Yeah, big old ring. All right, we've got that now. We'll keep going.
It's been a while since I left. Nobody knows where I went, but I think I found my place. Don't worry, I'm doing just fine out in the
Now this is an interesting little one. Hear that bird call.
I've been floating coast to coast.
He's not going to do it now.
Mamas to Puerto Rico.
Up in that tree,
If I'm lost because I know I'm not with
the
you.
little moving thing that's in there. There we are. Right there. That's a pardalote. Now, pardalotes, Viv might put a better photo up, actually are the only bird that bury in the ground. So just down in there is a little pardalote nest in the ground. I just spotted him because he flew out in front of me. Anyway, we're going to leave him be, not going to disturb that at all. But that's in an old mullock heap there. Cool little find, and we'll let the little fella get back to it. Probably a bit worried about us.
From Cuba to Mexico, it don't matter if I'm lost because I know when I'm with you I'm with you home.
Out of there, I removed a piece of tin. And it doesn't hurt to remove pieces of tin every now and then. Swung the coil back over it again, got a signal, 3940. Yep, this is good, small, solid, there we are. Now, it is a shoddy end, but look at the spirally bit on the casing there. Never seen one like that. Thought, geez, that's really interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's really interesting. And do you know what? I almost got there. You know, 12 gauge US. I'll nearly get you there. 12.13 that came in it. I thought, oh look, could be a ring. I was thinking of a gold one, but this is a copper alloy job. But yeah, 12.13 could have been gal, but there you have it. Always surprised. Anyway, see if there's something else to dig up. You know how I told you about the cellar that was there? I can't remember whether I've ever seen this before. Obviously it's not a new thing, but yeah, a well. Yeah, looks like something fell down there and died, like a roo. Yeah, there we go. Wonder if there's a gun down there after some dark, dastardly deed. Geez, you could almost hear bloody AC/DC playing in the background, couldn't you? Anyway, off we go. Well, I suppose they are part of the history of the Goldfields. Seem to be plagued with them of late. So, we may as well. There we go. Harmonica reed. Do give a good signal. Don't know. Well, you know, the sound of them gets you in, doesn't it? There you go. Hopefully that'll hit the right note. Well, a solid 11, not very deep. Gets us a little 2-piece button. You see how brittle it is, just about broken in half now. Anyway, gonna head over to the Chinese place, see what's over there. Certainly a lot of shoddy pellets here, oh, shoddy ends here. Anyway, we'll keep going. Well, heading over through the coffee bush. Got a nice 36 signal. I thought, oh, it's going to be another shoddy end. Better dig it though. Well, it wasn't. There's another button. But this one's got some nice fancy on it. Don't think it says anything. But anyway, nice find anyway. We're heading over to the Chinese place. If I can find it through the bush, we'll see how we go there. Memory is a little vague since it's been years since I've been out here. I think we've got to cross this little bit of a gully to get to the Chinese place, but just down by my feet is a piece of old cup, and we've got this signal. 2628. It nearly wouldn't surprise me if that wasn't a Chinese coin. So let's see what we can find. Oh, actually, no, it's not a Chinese coin. It's exactly what was on the surface. So that's all right. I'm happy with that, because that is a thimble. There we go, to prove the point. stop the point being proved. Yeah, cool. Happy with that. This is this bit of teacup. There you go. But yeah, thimble. Very happy. Let's keep going. Let's have a go at this one. Can't pass this one up. Not very deep. No, just down there somewhere. There we go. Button. Maybe. Oh, yeah, 2-piece. Yep, 2-piece button. There we go. Now, actually, this is an interesting one. As you get slightly excited, it's a 2-piece, but you can see how it's been. You got 2 openings for the loop to, or the thread to work around, but you can see the outline of the piece of metal that they put in the middle between the 2 pieces of button for you to be able to tie the thread onto. Like a pin shaped, like a split pin. That's cool. Actually, that's very cool. Happy with that. Let's keep going though. Oh, 45, a couple of bars down. Look at that. Now, that's a pistol shot. It's actually not round, it's cylindrical. And there's the back of the mould where it got nipped off. So it's a pretty cool little find, unfired. But that's alright. Not a bad little find. As opposed to the Chinese bloody, well, it must, I don't know. I reckon there was tin everywhere and all sorts of stuff. And there's no tin everywhere in here. I bloody walked through everywhere and zigzagged and zagged and come to spots where I knew it wasn't. And I don't know. I think I might have to give up on it. But anyway, we will detect back. We are just about finished. The afternoon and in fact the weekend is just about over. So we'll make our way back slowly and somewhat longly to the ute. This could be the saviour we're looking for. So we'll get in and dig that. Might be a bit bloody close too. Anyway, let's find out what. Still in there. What have we got? Ugh. We've got roots. Okay, enough of this mucking around. Oof. Wasn't so wrapped up. Right there. I'm gonna have to get this. That should go right. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go. What have we got? Oh, I know what we've got. Anyone else know what we've got? I'm going to say right off the bat, this is an opium tin. Yep, that's what it'll be. Extremely brittle little boxes. And I know people go, oh, you know, you just, well, people can say, and in fact I was a bit hesitant, you know, you're just blaming them as Chinese opium tins, making out that they're all bloody drug dealers and what have yous. But actually we have looked it up. These little tins, I might just take the whole lot actually, they'll have Chinese characters there, and they were tins that had opium. Now I'm not saying that the people that were here were opium dealers. Found these with seeds in them actually, so used after. But yeah, that's what that'll be. That's a cool little find. We'll pop that in the pouch and I'll see if I can clean that up a little bit better. when I get home. Anyway, you'll see that in the wrap up hopefully. Well, I'm happy I found it. So it was actually a bit deeper in. There's a chimney there. Oops, if I held up that's better. Chimney. More bloody stone. There is lots of tin through everywhere. There we go, case in point. Old shovel. Lots of glass. Bits of crockery, and here we go. A piece of Chinese storage jar. So there you go. Salt glaze on them. Yeah. If you can find the bottoms of these, they will actually have characters. I suppose it's of the maker. I don't know. But yeah, all in this area. So very pleased with that. But of course, it's just about time for me to go. But we'll have a little bit of a mooch here and see what we can find. Here's the one we're going to dig. We've got all this. A lot of pop everywhere. That one. That's the one I want. Who knows what's in there? There'll be a whole lot of stuff, probably. That should have it. Okay. Oop. Hopefully it's something good. Something there seems to be my signal. So must have just missed digging that. Oh no, I see what it is. Bother. It's that piece of molten something, not what we actually wanted. Okay. Well, I've just walked out of there. As I'm coming along, I know the track's there and I'm going to detect along it. I spotted that. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is actually part of an opium pipe. That's the... oh geez, I don't know how it bloody works. They heat up stuff underneath it or bloody whatever. I don't know. I know that it is because Pete's got some in his collection. I've picked up another one of these, more complete. More completer? I don't know. Grammatically correct. In the past. So yeah, that's what that actually is. I dare say eventually we'll put photos up. Perhaps. Anyway, nice little surface find. I need to get going now, but I will detect along the track, so who knows? We'll see what happens. Alrighty folks, that's us done. We went out to an old spot that I'd been to before. We found stuff, which was good. Would have liked to have pinged a Chinese coin, but you know, would have also liked to have pinged a silver too. But it was a nice time out, even though it was only supposed to be about 23, sun's pretty warm. Hence you may have noticed I was chasing the shade a little. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about too, now I mentioned the Chinese opium tin, I found a piece of opium pipe apparati. How did they get the opium? I think the way that the chart goes, or the flow chart goes as it is that the East India Company, they're the ones, they wanted the tea, and we all know that they, you know, big export or importers of tea that they brought from China. But actually, I think the way that the chart goes is that they went to India first, went to Africa first, and then got slaves. And I think it was over to the Caribbean that they took them. They did sugar plantations, and I can't remember whether they took some to India or some bloody thing like that too. But somewhere along the line, the East India Company got opium grown for them. So they took that to China, and that's how they paid for the tea. So pretty much you take the opium as payment or else. Anyway, that's how poor people ended up, well, the Chinese ended up getting a bad rap with all that. So trading in human misery all the way along. A little bit poetic justice that they, I think the company ended up getting sold for £1 or something like that because it just wasn't worth much. Anyway, hopefully we can all learn a lesson from that. And on a brighter note, it's the end of the day, and we had a good time out. Fairly happy with what we found. Yeah, this is where I've got to go. So, thanks for coming along, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. You weren't pressing too hard on my shoulders, and I hope some of the coffee bush didn't whip you in the face. Anyway, always good to fill in some of your day detecting. But remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. I'll catch you next time. Just walking back, and I noticed that in the path, in the track, almost looks like a hide and decal token, doesn't it? Ooh! No! That's a cartwheel penny. There you go, just casually strolling back to the ute. And we've got us a cartwheel penny. 1797, right there at my feet. I don't know how many cars have driven over that, but we better take that into protective custody, I reckon. Cartwheel penny, be buggered. Oh, actually, I can't see if we can see a good one of that or not. Anyway, that's not a bad ender, is it? Last old banger. Yeah, beautiful.